This is your daily dose of hope. I'm Phyllis Nichols, and I'm glad you're here. Happy Monday, or whatever day you're hearing this. May you have a week full of love and being able to do all the things that bring you joy. And I've been thinking a lot about that. What brings us hope and what brings us joy? Is it stuff that's always kind of floating around with us, just waiting for us to embrace? The more I read about what others have written on the subject of hope and hopefulness, and the more I reflect on my own personal experiences, I'm reminded again and again that hope is always linked to what we do, some sort of action, right? How we show up day after day, hour by hour, sometimes even minute by minute. There's a saying that all politics is local, which is just really means that people care about what's personal to them, right? And this feels the same way for me. We are all driven by things that affect us in a personal way. And it's not that we don't care about other big issues like poverty or military conflicts or natural disasters, and that they don't matter to us if we're not personally impacted. Of course we do. But we experience life in a series of everyday moments and repeated decisions, routine circumstances. And so often we don't really find ourselves looking for hope until our everyday routineness, our everydayness, right, is affected. And then things can go from routine, which we're okay with, and certainly at least we feel comfortable with, to feeling difficult or even scary. And hope can feel elusive at those times. So it's worth nurturing a bit of hope every day. Thinking about that reminded me about a quote that I had read about little bits of hope. And so I went looking for the whole thing and I found it. And it's by Desmond Tutu. Hope is being able to see that there's light despite all of the darkness. Do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the world. And that reminded me of something I'd read in the book called Recapture the Rapture. And that book is all about how we mend a world that's divided. Anyway, and this author talks about like taking care of what's right in front of you, right? The people or the persons that you see every day, the people that you're going to see today, that you interact with, your next door neighbor, your friends, the people that make up your world all the time. And that also includes you. If hope is truly being able to see that there's light despite all of the darkness, then it follows that you are part of the light and it's your turn to shine. And that means you get to be kind to yourself first and then to others. Here's to holding hope with us in our everyday routine moments and remembering that how we show up for ourselves and others is the embodiment of what it really means to be hopeful.